Alex, Eala, and Zeynep Sönmez walked onto the clay courts of the Madrid Open and sent a message loud enough for the entire women's doubles circuit to hear. They're back, they're locked in, and they mean serious business. Today, we are breaking down one of the most impressive first-round wins of the tournament. Eala and Sönmez defeating the experienced pair of Hao Qingchen and Fanny Staller, 6-2, 6-2. And we're going deep on what made it work, both on and off the court. Before we get into the match itself, let us give you the full picture of what was actually at stake here, because Chen and Staller are not just filler names on a draw sheet. These are serious, battle-tested players. Hao Qingchen is a genuine veteran of the doubles circuit who has reached a career-high ranking of number 5 in the world. Number 5. She has partnered with some of the very best doubles players on the tour. She has competed at the highest level for years, and she carries that experience into every single match she plays. Fanny Staller is no passenger either. Both players are still ranked inside the top 30 in doubles, and they arrived in Madrid with the kind of pedigree and consistency that only comes from years of playing together at a high level. Now, compare that with Eala and Sönmez. These two have only recently started playing doubles together, and their ranking sits somewhere around 100. On paper, this looked like a significant mismatch. And honestly, for the first couple of games, the scoreboard actually reflected that. But as every tennis fan knows, the game is not played on paper. Chen and Staller came out sharp in the opening game. They were composed, they were clinical, and they won that first game in a way that planted a seed of doubt about whether Eala and Sönmez could handle the pace and experience that a pairing of Chen's caliber would bring. The first two games actually went to Chen and Staller, and for a brief window, it really did look like experience was going to be the deciding factor on the Madrid clay. But here's where the story changes completely. Once Eala settled into her position at the baseline and Sönmez found her rhythm close to the net, the dynamic of the match shifted in a way that was almost impossible to ignore. Eala was the engine of the partnership from the back of the court, staying near the touchline, driving the ball hard and deep, dictating the pace and direction of rallies with her powerful and precise striking. Sönmez, meanwhile, was doing exactly what she does best at close range, reading the ball early, intercepting at the net, cutting off angles, and punishing anything short with clean, decisive volleys. Their positioning was not accidental. It was a clear tactical decision that played perfectly to both of their strengths. Eala's role was to create pressure and control the baseline battle. Sönmez's role was to finish points and take the net away from their opponents. And for the vast majority of the first set, they executed that plan with impressive composure. They came back from those early drop games and closed out the first set 6-2. Clean, controlled, purposeful, that the first set showed what Eala and Sönmez could do once they settled. The second set showed the full extent of what this partnership is capable of when it is firing on all cylinders from the very first ball. They did not wait to get going this time. From the opening exchange of the second set, they looked like a completely different level of team, controlling the tempo, dictating the terms of engagement, and covering the court as a single, cohesive unit. Chen and Staller refused to go quietly, and to their credit, they pushed back. They managed to claw back a couple of points, and there were stretches in the second set where they looked genuinely dangerous. In the longer rallies, especially, they were finding spaces between Eala and Sönmez, threading the ball into the gaps, and using their experience to create pressure. They were fluent and composed in those moments, and it was clear that their partnership was not going to simply roll over. But Eala and Sönmez had an answer for everything that was thrown at them. They reset, they refocused, and then they turned it on again with even more clarity and conviction. Once they regained control of the second set, there was simply no room for a comeback. Chen and Staller could not find the breakthrough they needed. Eala and Sönmez closed it out the same way they closed out the first, 6-2. The final scoreline was 6-2, 6-2, 2 sets, comfortable, dominant. Now, let's talk about the thing that makes this partnership truly special, and it goes far beyond tactics or tennis IQ. Because the chemistry between Alex, Eala, and Zeynep Sönmez is not something you can manufacture in a training block or a pre-tournament practice session. It is something that has clearly been built over time, through shared experiences, genuine mutual respect, and a friendship that you can feel every time they step on the court together. Watch them between points. Watch the way they communicate, the encouragement, the celebrations, the constant back and forth that keeps both of them mentally engaged and emotionally connected throughout a match. There is not a single moment in this performance where you see frustration creeping in, where doubt surfaces in a glance or a body language shift, where one player looks anything less than completely invested in the other. That kind of togetherness under pressure is rare. It is not something you can fake. Off the court, there's a lightness and a joy between them that you can see in interviews, in social media moments, and in the way they carry themselves as a pair. They laugh together. They lift each other. They celebrate each other's individual successes as much as their shared ones. That foundation of genuine friendship is what gives their partnership its edge when things get difficult on the court. Because when you trust someone completely as a person, trusting them in the heat of battle becomes instinctive. That instinct is exactly what you saw in Madrid. When Sönmez moved to close at the net, Eala was already adjusting her position at the space line to cover the space behind her. When Eala went for a big strike from the back, Sönmez was already reading the trajectory and positioning herself for the follow-up. Their synchronization looked almost telepathic at times, and that does not come from a few weeks of hitting together. Madrid has only just begun, and Eala and Sönmez have already served notice that they are a pair worth following very closely. A 6-2, 6-2 win over a top 30 doubles pairing in your opening round, playing this clean and this connected, that is not a fluke. That is a statement. The Madrid clay is one of the most demanding surfaces in the world. The conditions are physical, the competition is fierce, and every round gets harder. But if Eala and Sönmez can bring this same level of intensity, chemistry, and tactical clarity into their next match, there is absolutely no reason they cannot go deep in this tournament. The power is there. The touch is there. The trust is there that if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash the like button and drop your prediction for how far Eala and Sönmez can go in Madrid in the comments below. Subscribe if you have not already, and we will see you in the next one. Eala and Zeynep Sönmez have quickly become one of the most exciting doubles pairings to watch on the WTA circuit, especially after their eye-catching performance at the Madrid Open. Their recent match was not just a routine win. It was a powerful statement that they are ready to compete with some of the best teams in the world. Despite being a relatively new partnership, they displayed a level of chemistry that many established teams struggle to achieve. From the very first point, their intent was clear. Play aggressive, stay composed, and trust each other completely. Eala controlled the baseline with confidence, using her powerful ground strokes to dictate rallies and push opponents on the defensive. Sönmez complemented her perfectly at the net, showing quick reflexes and sharp anticipation to finish points with authority. This balance between baseline control and net dominance gave them a strategic edge throughout the match. What made their performance even more impressive was the level of opponent they faced, going up against experienced doubles players. They were initially tested in the early stages. However, instead of losing momentum, they adapted quickly and turned the match in their favor. Their ability to adjust tactics mid-game showed maturity beyond their experience as a duo. Communication played a key role in their success, with constant encouragement and clear coordination between points. They celebrated small wins, which kept their energy high and their focus intact. As the match progressed, their confidence grew stronger with each game. They began to read their opponents more effectively, anticipating shots and positioning themselves perfectly. Their movement across the court looked synchronized, almost as if they had been playing together for years. This level of understanding is rare for a newly formed doubles team. Another standout aspect was their mental toughness under pressure. Even when facing challenging rallies, they stayed calm and executed their game plan without hesitation. That Eala's consistency from the backcourt ensured that rallies remained under control. Meanwhile, Sönmez's presence at the net created constant pressure on their opponents. Their opponents struggled to find gaps or exploit weaknesses in their formation. Every time the opposition tried to build momentum, Eala and Sönmez responded immediately. This ability to shut down comebacks is a hallmark of strong doubles teams. Off the court, their friendship appears to play a significant role in their on-court success. They share a natural bond that translates into trust during crucial moments in matches. That trust allows them to play freely without fear of making mistakes. It also helps them recover quickly from any errors they do make. Their positive body language was evident throughout the match. There were no signs of frustration or miscommunication at any stage. Instead, they maintained a unified approach from start to finish. This emotional stability is often what separates good teams from great ones. Their victory was not just about skill, but also about mindset and teamwork. It highlighted how important chemistry is in doubles tennis. As they continue to play together, their understanding of each other's game will only improve. This could make them a serious threat in upcoming tournaments. Their performance has already caught the attention of fans and analysts alike. Many now see them as a rising duo with significant potential. If they maintain this level of performance, they could climb the rankings bisera. Consistency will be key as they face tougher opponents in later rounds. However, based on what they have shown so far, they seem more than capable. Their playing style is both exciting and effective, making them a fan-favorite pairing. They bring energy, strategy, and passion to every match they play. This combination is what makes them stand out in a competitive field. Looking ahead, their journey will be closely followed by tennis enthusiasts. Each match will be another opportunity to prove their growing dominance. Their recent win is just the beginning of what could be a remarkable partnership. With continued hard work and belief, they have the potential to achieve great success together.